Hey guys, hear me out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zahir was right. Zahir was right.
Zahir was right.
the hair was right. Skipped a little bit
Hey
there.
guys, welcome to the Hear Me Out podcast. My name is Henry. I'm one of your hosts.
I'm Dylan, another of your hosts.
And I'm Melon Lord. No, I'm not.
Yes.
I'm Ben. I'm also
Nice,
a host.
Ben. Good job, Ben. Thank you.
Good reference.
Also one of my favorite characters in the show.
Toph is like the best character in the show.
Office.
Generally, I say Toph and Iroh.
Hey, so Ben, what are we doing today?
Well, we're talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender. We'll probably touch on some of the live action stuff. We're gonna have a look at the subreddit here, which will definitely talk about some live action stuff. And yeah, reflect a bit on our memories of the show, you know, what we liked, what we didn't like, what our expectations are for the upcoming show. Probably say some things that we'll deeply regret.
And get cut out.
when the film,
Yes,
sorry, when the
and
I've
show
already
actually
said
comes
some
out.
things I regret.
Henry will edit them out.
Actually,
shall we?
please don't. It's so much effort. Please don't. I have to listen to the entire 2-hour recording. It's like anyway, yeah, so what do you guys think of Avatar? And not the blue one.
Not the blue one.
Not the blue people. Not the blue
The
people.
Benders.
The bender.
Yeah, they should have had a focus group in the UK before they came up with the
No,
naming.
seriously, what do you guys think of Avatar: The Last Airbender? Just the general thoughts on the show. When did you watch it? How do you remember it? I don't know. What's your favorite character? I don't know. Just something. Just say something. Dylan.
Who's gonna go? Me. Okay.
Dylan, go.
I didn't watch it as a kid because we didn't have Nickelodeon.
Sag.
So I ended up watching it. Yeah, it was Sag. It was Sag as a kid.
F. Wait, what did you have? Cartoon Network?
No,
What,
I had whatever was on the TV, but it cost
TV
quite a lot of
Cartoon
money.
Network or Nickelodeon?
It was on cable. We didn't have cable or whatever it was back then. We had I don't know, the BBC channels.
Yeah, I thought.
God, you sound so old, Dylan.
I'm pretty sure you meant to scroll.
Yeah, back in my day.
Did you press the TV button to look for more
It
channels?
was I promise you, I looked high and low.
So what did you have?
We had the children's BBC.
Peppa Pig.
CBBC. No, Peppa Pig is on a different channel.
Okay. Anyway, yes.
Anyway.
Did you have little Einsteins?
I was kind of past my.
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
Flying through the skies.
Little Einsteins.
Well, that's a throwback.
Which is
kind of a banger.
A long way of saying I ended up watching Avatar during COVID, 2020 lockdown. And,
which is way too recent.
It was a good way. Well, and not recent. I mean, it's been
it's COVID. It's ancient history.
4 years
man.
almost.
Kids are going to be studying that in their degrees soon.
No, genuinely, yeah. But no, I only have good memories because it was COVID. Some of the memories are a little fuzzy because nothing else was happening. But very good show from what I remember.
Okay, Ben.
Yeah, big part of my childhood. Yeah, so my older sister left for uni when I was 9 or something, and one summer she came back and had downloaded all of it completely legally
Of course.
In a non-pirated manner onto a hard drive.
Oh, I don't think you can do that.
Anyways, that's besides the point, Henry. Please don't worry about that. And we all watched it. And then the next summer, she came back again, and we watched it again. So very nostalgic memories. And I watched it after that as well with various people. It's actually quite fun rewatching it and getting to see people's initial reaction while already knowing what's gonna happen. I'm like,
yeah.
I remember that feeling.
Yeah, that was me with AOT, Ben. Except,
Yeah, exactly.
except AOT and those plot drops in the middle. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Don't spoil it for Dylan.
But yeah, Avatar, man, might be my favorite animated show I've seen. You know, probably is the most nostalgic and is up there as the best. Maybe not the best, but it's up there.
So what's the best?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's probably Attack on Titan. That's probably the fair answer. And then, hey, I gotta say, give Arcane a few more seasons, and we'll see.
Arcane
See where
season
it
2,
ends
end
up
of this
on my
year.
list.
End of this year.
Is it coming
Oh my
out?
God,
Yeah,
is it the end of the year?
Yeah, like October. Yeah.
Arcane.
But
It's ages
that's
away.
good. I think we're getting Warwick. I think we're getting.
Hey, Blue-Eyed Samurai. You guys should watch Blue-Eyed Samurai. I have not shut up about this to Henry. It is a new animated show. It's Western animation. Happens to be set in Japan. It is fantastic.
Because
Very, very adult themes. So, you know,
Okay.
a lot of
don't
gore, a
watch
lot
it
of
with your
other
parents.
stuff. Yeah, probably not. But it's
You know,
exceptional.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
But
So,
yeah, Avatar, man, has left a lasting legacy on people.
wait, Dylan, what's your favorite animated show / movie?
I was just thinking about it. I mean, movie we've kind of addressed already.
I forget what we said for movies.
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse?
I think it was
Either of
Spider-Verse,
them.
and then also Megamind when you said I couldn't choose Spider-Verse.
Megamind.
No,
not Megamind. Did you guys see what I sent you?
Yeah.
Oh, what the new show?
No, movie.
Where
New
they,
movie. Megamind.
was it a movie? A movie.
Why does it look so bad? It's a movie.
And they're gonna turn
Is it
him into an
DreamWorks again?
influencer.
It is, but like they haven't brought back Will Ferrell. The compositing looks absolute dog shit. And the plot looks like it's gonna be some fucking like generic like, oh my god, my old crew are here. There's like, what the fuck are they doing? It looks so bad.
It's been a long time to then go make a sequel.
It's 14 years.
But like, at least bring Will Ferrell back. At least. This new guy.
It doesn't
like,
make sense. Yeah, why would you
hard.
drop him? Yeah.
This new guy's trying really hard to sound like Will Ferrell, and it just does not work. I don't know.
But what do you guys think sets Avatar apart? I have a few thoughts about what really made it seem special to me, outside of just the obvious.
Wait, I haven't had the chance to talk about my nostalgic
your experience with
Avatar.
Share it with us.
No, I actually really like your question though. I mean a part of it is the nostalgia for me a little bit, right? Like I these days I tend to not like factor that in too much with most things actually nowadays. So but yeah, like for me it was very much on Nickelodeon on the TV after school. Whatever, you just gotta watch it. I didn't get to watch all of it in one go, but I still enjoyed it like a lot. I think what sets it apart, at least, like I don't remember exactly, but just holistically, when you turn on what was showing on like Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon at the time, it was the style of every other show was completely different. Everyone else was doing something else, and I can't pinpoint which era I'm thinking of, but at least what everything else that was airing was like, you know, like lighthearted for kids, like, you know,
Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, like sure, like Fairly Odd Parents.
Nickelodeon,
Like,
SpongeBob's.
Those are solid shows. Don't get me wrong.
It's very different.
I love myself Fairly Odd Parents, but there's a certain, like you were gonna talk about, like the world that Avatar creates, the urgency of time, the characters, the comedy, the action, and then when you put it together, you have something special, really special. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, certainly the combination of things is ultimately the most special thing. But to me, I've always thought the themes of the show were what set it apart. The fact that you have, you know, it draws a lot of inspiration from real life cultures and ideologies. But you ultimately have a big clash of ideas. I mean, you have a protagonist who is essentially a pacifist.
It used to be that way, right?
Yeah, more or less. And they're able to write. Sorry.
Oh no. Yeah, he tries to be.
Yeah, it tries to be, but they're able to write the story in such a way that it, the main character wins by sticking to his beliefs.
Mm.
And it's ultimately a really positive message. But just it portrays I think it portrays a lot of real world problems in such a digestible and approachable way. I mean, it basically shows you, you know, people who have been killed by wars, families that have been displaced by war, prisoners of war, all sorts of things related basically to wars. And never once when I was watching the show as a kid did I feel like I didn't understand the message they were trying to tell. Or did I feel like it was too much for me to, like, it was too overwhelming for me to grasp. They delivered it in such a way that I got it immediately. And years later, even if I'd never rewatched it, I'd be able to tell you more or less what the theme was and what the sort of ideology of the show was.
So just before I get Dylan's like most important thing from ATLA, I think that this transitions really well into what the writers or directors or people producing the live action version of Avatar have been saying. And it's like, I think that when people the people making it are saying, yeah, we don't want to make a kids show, we want to make it like Game of Thrones, we want to make it more mature. Is what kind of take is that? What do you guys think of that? Given what
you
you
guys seen
just
Game
said.
of Thrones? I haven't seen Game of Thrones.
No, but that's not the point. I think it's more like saying that you reduce the magnitude of the themes and the ideas of ATLA to a kid's show. You say that it's a kid's show, and therefore we've got to change it. We've got to significantly make it more mature for, not for kids, or not just for kids, or whatever. Like when the original show, in my opinion at least, was not just for kids, like nowhere near just for kids.
No. I mean, you have to kind of design it in a smart way so that it is, accessible to kids. But by just going the full Game of Thrones route, you run the risk of being like, oh, we can just show like the horrors of war now, unrestricted or whatever. Or, it's, debatable, I think, whether it's always a good thing.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good point. And honestly, I think it's a little bit, some stuff I've been seeing about what the showrunners are saying, I think it's a little bit weird to be saying so close to the release date. So that's a bit strange, but ultimately, I don't really want to judge it too much till it comes out. But I'll just think
I mean,
a little
in
bit.
terms of what we've seen, right? Like, I think that the casting looks solid, like really, really solid. I think that the visual effects, from what we've seen, like solid, a little bit strong in some areas, but overall,
a little bit cartoony, right?
You can forgive it. It's not like egregious. It's not like a certain other live action adaptation. You can, my point. Well, I think that there's a lot of these days, a lot of people like nitpick, right, and like they want it to be perfect, especially how nostalgic it is. I don't care about it being perfect. I don't think it should be perfect. I also don't think that the characters that you create should be perfect. The original shows, they were not. The new shows, they should not be. These characters should not be perfect. They should not. They should not all have, certain worldviews that are aligning with everyone else, and there are ways to teach kids and teach people. I think that it's a relatively in its relatively early stages to talk about what they do with soccer, and I think that they'll probably end up handling it fine. But I just think that there's too much emphasis, especially with like online media and everything, to be like everything has to be a certain way, or everything has to be PC, or correct, or aligning with general societal like approval.
As in, like, not even allowing characters to maybe be a little bit flawed, oh, they have to, toe the line. the policy
Yeah.
line. Yeah.
It's a little bit weird, I think, to use that justification to remove a character's flaws by basically saying, well, his flaws don't align with our worldview, when they obviously shouldn't because they're flaws.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I think
That's a little bit weird.
I think you can find creative ways to do it though. I don't think removing it is always like the way to go. I think that there are ways to introduce, maybe instead of making it an obvious, okay, let's go back to this whole, I didn't want to start talking about, but like the whole soccer misogyny thing, right? Like misogyny. I'm gonna use quotes here.
Or
Like misogyny.
girls can't fight.
Yeah. I
and
think
kind of
that you can still present it in that way without having it to be so like literal, right? Maybe he doesn't have to say girls can't fight, like, yes, maybe you don't want to be so tongue-in-cheek about it, but you can still give off the impression that he underestimates women, or he maybe doesn't, he's a little bit biased, whatever. You can find ways to do it. You don't have to be like, okay, no, he's that's wrong. Yeah, we can't have that. Just get rid of it. He's just a guy now. Boomerang boy. It's good enough.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. You can frame the scenes in a certain way. You can use body language.
Yes.
His actions can speak louder than his words. You're absolutely right.
You have to spell it out.
Yeah. I'll just add one more thing.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You finish your point, Dylan.
No, it can be, like a teaching moment kind of for a kid's show, like, which is what it was originally, but not spelled out as explicitly, maybe, as they did.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry.
Just had one thing, though, about their kids' show comment. So I've sort of thought about this for a while, and we'll see how this actually plays out when it comes out. But I've thought for a while that one of the problems with turning this into a live-action show is that the characters are really young. Aang looks like he actually looks like a 9-year-old child. And that's obviously because
he's
now. Isn't he 12?
12, whatever. Same.
Yeah, okay, but he honestly, young. Like, because of how old I am now, he looks younger than he is. He literally looks like a child, right? And I think it's a little bit weird to depict actual real life live action children doing all the things that they do in the show. Because in the show they're animated, it doesn't look that weird. All of it looks goofy anyways. So the fact that they're kids isn't that strange. But if you have to film scenes of these kids like getting the crap beaten out of them, all sorts of all sorts of uncomfortable things like that, I don't know how well that necessarily translates to live action. I've just thought about that for a while. Maybe it translates well, but I've been a bit skeptical about that.
But it doesn't, right? And I think that's why they're like clinging on to this idea that they have to make the show more mature. Like like, they know that they can't keep it a kid's show because of what you're saying, and there's probably other reasons as well. But it's like they have to take a different direction with it because they can't maintain. And like I've said with Dylan before, like I think that there's certain things you get away with when you are animating in terms of the how your characters can move and react to certain things, and they're more animated, literally they're more animated. They can be more animated. So yeah, it's just and also they've said that they're removing the deadline of Shozin's comet.
Oh really?
Because I don't know if you've seen any interviews right now with the cast, but Aang is literally, his voice is already broken.
Yeah.
So if they keep this cast, and they all have aged a little bit, so if they keep this cast, what's gonna have to happen is that the characters have to age. And in the original show, the whole show takes place over the course of 3 years. But the real the live action might be more than that, might be 10 years.
Yeah.
It's a good point. But they've specifically gotten rid, I think they've said it now, they're not gonna mention Shozin's comment in season 1 at all. Like they're just gonna say that the Fire Nation are evil or whatever.
Yeah.
And
I think
yes, I think you're gonna start saying it, but I'll just say, so how does this affect the whole time urgency of the original show?
It's a good question. What do you think, Dylan?
I mean, it's made. When did they mention the comment? It is in in the
They
animated.
mention it when they go to one of the fire islands, right? And then there's like some prophet guys, I think,
I
who
don't
are
remember
like,
exactly, but it is said pretty early on.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it doesn't I don't remember exactly, but it's like early-ish.
It doesn't matter.
Probably gets mentioned in the first season.
yeah. Um, I guess it's like it. I don't know how I feel about that. It's. I mean, obviously, it's part of the practicalities of having to adapt it to live action. I think
Mm.
having some sense of urgency does make it necessarily pushes forward the story a bit, because it's always on the back of their mind. Then it's like, damn, we have to be training harder. We have to make it to the Northern Water Tribe, or the find a firebender who can teach me or something.
Yeah.
And removing that, it will have some further reaching consequences, I think.
Well, look, if you extend the time scale, right, but the story still progresses at like sort of broadly the same, like proportionally the same pace, I think it's manageable,
Mm.
but you just need to set up the story such that it makes sense in world why it's taking so long. But I mean it's doable, because to be honest, when you watch the original show, do you actually know how long, like how much time is passing? Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
could even mention Sozin's Comet and just say that it's in a really long time.
Yeah, I don't think
Like,
it
it's
affects
kind
it
of
too much. I do
you just
worry though about this whole aging thing though. Like, not just
yeah,
I just mean
yeah.
from a logistics side.
Well, look, consider this. I'm actually wondering if it can be of benefit to the show, because as the show goes on, it may allow you to portray the characters and the themes in a more mature manner. I mean, for example, the romance between Aang and Katara, right? If if Aang's like 14 and she's like 16, it's a little bit it's just a little bit weird having to film a romance between these two characters. If they're a little bit okay, well, I mean, well, I guess if he's 16 and she's 18, it can still be a little bit weird. But frankly, it's less weird. It's less weird. Is it less weird? I don't know. But I think it's just a little bit weird having romance scenes with like a literal 13-year-old. An
Yeah.
actual real person who's that is 13, not an
But
animated
they don't really have
drawing.
any live action romance scenes until the final season. They have
Yeah, but then he's only 14. He's 14.
Yeah, but like
Teen.
yes, but what I'm saying is I don't think that he has this one-sided crush on her. At least it's initially one-sided. That's how it starts, right? And I think that's enough, because I think you can show that they care about each other without involving any like sexual or more than that, like like heavy romance. Like, you can make it like mutual respect and care about each other, that they obviously like have some kind of connection, and you can keep it quite mature. And then, because the necessity for it is the whole like earthly attachments that he has to get rid of, right? So that's what you need to keep it for. How you show it is just a matter of like their how they handle it, and like whether or not they do it correctly, or how weird it looks is like up to them. I think you can have this age gap between real people and still handle it well. I don't think that's like that big a deal unless you overthink it, right? Like, the average person watching it is not going to be like, oh my god, she's like 4 years older than him, it's so sick, oh my god, I hate it, when he's like just like looking at her, like if they were making out and like, okay,
No, that's a bit.
yeah.
I'm just saying, if they're a bit older, that whole thing might be easier to.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But we'll see if it gets renewed.
Well, I mean, I was actually thinking about that as well. If it has one season and it's pretty average or terrible, the whole thing might get scrapped. Oh, but let's not. you know, what's the word? Speculate too much.
I think it could be good.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough. Honestly, it's tough to do a live action remake to actually make it good, because you need to both be faithful to the original material, but also do something interesting enough to compel the audience.
It's almost like they shouldn't make so many live action remakes.
It's almost like they could just make more animated content in what is actually a highly compelling and interesting world.
Wow!
Which apparently they're doing.
They are doing.
Supposedly,
Okay.
Studios.
Earthbender.
I don't know if that's real. I don't know if that's real. I don't know if anything's actually happening, but
no, I think Earthbender is coming. We are getting.
Is that the movie? That was.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Yeah.
I think so. There's been no news about it for a long time.
I mean, I think they're putting their efforts into this.
Quiet.
I hope so.
I don't think you should be advertising two Avatar things at the same time. I don't think that's a good idea.
I was thinking about that as well, actually. They might just be waiting for maybe they'll wait a year after the hype dies down for this, then they'll
see how well it goes with the show.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
And because it's animated, you have freedom. Like, you don't need to, your actors, it's just their voice. You don't need to worry about them aging. Take your time.
Wow. I love the animated medium. I actually do.
That's
so sarcastic.
Great. It's actually fantastic. It gives you so much freedom.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Woo.
You don't need to worry about, some actors have clauses in their contracts about things that they can and can't be shown to do on screen. You don't need to worry about that in a animated show, because it's not them. It's just their voice.
Wait a minute.
What?
Never mind. Okay, guys. I think we should move on. Why are you? I think we should move on. I think we've had a good discussion. I think it was good, but I think we should just have a look at the community's opinion on the stuff that we talked about. What do you think?
That sounds good.
Let's refresh. If there are any sus stuff, I will just get rid of it. By the way,
I don't think there will be on this subreddit.
Oh no. Okay. Tell me when to stop if you see something interesting. I don't know how we do this, or do we do everything?
Can I ask about this first one? This Bossing Say one? That is a season 2 plot point. How on earth is there publicity about that specific plot point? Is that real?
Is that real? Surely not.
That can't be real. I mean, why would they say that?
The government of Bossing Say will not deny the war in Avatars. That's what I'm saying. I think that it's wrong for the government to lie to its people, so we're changing that. What?
That's got to be a joke, right?
I don't understand.
Can you open?
Is that must be rage bait.
Does he not go to Bossing Say in season 1? He does, no?
No, Bossing Say is season 2.
No.
Okay.
Bossing Say, they go to Omashu, which is where Boomy's from.
Omashu, yeah.
Bossing Say is season 2.
Mm-hmm.
With the Dai Li.
No, but did they not? Is there no scene with Roku, Zuko or anything in it? Not Roku.
Oh, look, there might be some mention of Bossing Say. They don't actually go there.
Maybe they'll mention it in Earth Kingdom, like at Omashu.
Yeah, see that lady you're seeing there? She doesn't appear till season 2 when they turn up, and then she immediately is like,
"Yeah, I think it's just a meme. I think they just say. I think they'll say it to set up for season 2.
What do the comments say? Do they
agree with you?
Confirm that this? No, do they confirm this is a joke?
There is no satire.
It's satire.
They're just trolling us.
Yeah, that's gotta be joked. It's gotta
okay.
There's no way. It's feel silly for even considering it.
Wait, guys, it's a podcast. Wait, no, they can see this. They can see this.
We have a visual medium now.
They can see this, right? Yeah, they can. Okay.
Yeah. What do we got?
Some cute art. It's cute. If only she.
Okay. Zilla's a great character. No?
I wish.
Isn't she?
I wanted a little bit more in my. I think maybe from memory I wanted a little bit more. I have to rewatch. I think I have to rewatch.
Mm-hmm.
From memory I wanted a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just. Maybe just because of the final fight being so distinct, I don't remember everything else.
The firebending in that final Agni Kai, I rewatched it recently.
Yeah.
Oh,
Crazy.
It's,
Outstanding.
Oh, here's the classic question. What element? What element, boys?
Mm.
What would you choose?
What would we choose, or what?
No,
What suits us?
choose. What would you choose? And also, but the caveat is we're not allowing sub-elemental bends because it gets way too. Then like blood gets OP, and then like flight gets OP, and spirit gets OP, and then lava. And
So,
shit.
do you mean for like
just base
everyday
elemental?
modern life,
No, not
or
every
if we
day.
needed
Oh
to
no,
like?
no. So this question is so
in the modern
funny.
world.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, let's not do
Okay.
this
To narrow it
question.
down.
I think in ATLA,
Earth.
in their world, after the war, what element would you want?
Earth for sure.
Earth, okay.
It's going to be quite practical. Yeah, in their world is different. In our world, I'd pick like air because you can just glide. That's pretty good.
Bro, you're gonna like smash into a skyscraper.
Well, maybe.
Okay.
No, look,
they'd
I
have to update the infrastructure.
I think Earth is good because it has solid offense, solid defense. It is well rounded, and there's in most situations there's actually a source from which you can bend.
So you're more
Like if you're a waterbender, if you're a waterbender and you're anywhere there isn't an immediately available source of water,
You've got to be carrying.
It's a little bit
at all
awkward.
times.
Yeah, okay.
Caught lacking.
You can't be caught lacking, yeah.
Yeah. Earth
Yeah, no,
Earth
but
just
then
makes sense.
then you start talking about like sub elements and it goes crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway. That's
Well,
cool.
what would you pick? You didn't answer.
I'd probably go for like I think I've changed my mind. I think I used to be an earth boy. I was like rock boy. I think now I'm more like I think air is pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Air's
Air's just cool. I just like the way that it flows. I know I diss on Korra a lot, but like that you know the training flappy thingies that she has to do. Yeah, that's cool. Like, I really like air. That part of world building for Korra was really good. The training.
Yeah.
Training's really good.
Yeah.
Are we reading this?
What is this? Thank you, folks.
We removed how. Okay, that's important. That's important.
It's not as
okay. Look, man, it's hard to speculate about this without watching it, honestly.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But we're on the subreddit, guys. It's like all speculation.
I guess
you gotta
that's
join
exactly.
in a little. You gotta join in a little. I don't know what this is.
Reich?
What?
Right. Because I don't blindly worship. Oh, he's one of the original guys. Yeah, I've seen this thing on Reddit where they'll debate how much each of the original creators contributed to the show. And I'm like, how do they accurately gather such information?
I don't know. People like to just say things. You gotta like filter.
They like to argue.
Yeah. Zuko, I found some berries. Do you guys remember the scene? He gets a rash.
No, Ben. We are so Ben.
No, remember after they're fugitives, they get. Oh, never mind.
We really need to read articles. Are we reading articles?
No, don't open that.
Okay.
Spoiler, man.
How is firebending training?
Is that Zuko?
No, yeah, it is old Zuko. Good. Though I didn't expect Arrow to be such a tough tutor. How was the West? Colder than I remember. What the? Oh, I remember this.
Yeah. Oh wait, she lost her connection to the Avatar state.
I was just gonna say that.
I just spoiled it, but anyways.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing they did, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a fumble.
Destroying the legacy.
Why?
Jack Sparrow?
Why? Why did
what
they do
is
that?
going on? Azula.
Can someone tell
Kyoshi Azula? Oh, dude, Zuko's arc. Is Zuko's arc the best thing in the show? Honestly, I think it might be.
It's kind of the best thing.
And you know what's nice? Early on in the show, they give you glimpses of his true character, and it becomes increasingly evident that his circumstances are largely what turned him into what he was. So, for example, you remember they show the scene of him where... Oh, actually, remember the reason he gets in trouble with his dad in the first place is because his dad proposed. I think his dad suggests they like invade somewhere or do something.
Yeah.
And Zuko's like, "Wait, but so many innocent people are gonna die," and his dad's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you don't want to kill innocent people? Let me burn your fucking face off.
Fight me then. Yeah.
Fucking fight me." And then the other big one, which honestly, I didn't appreciate this as much when I first watched the show. But do you guys remember? After Zuko is he goes a blue spirit, which by the way is such a fucking awesome episode, and he captures Aang from whatever Fire Nation fortress he was in, and then actually just lets Aang go.
Yeah,
he has him. I think Aang's passed out or something, and he just lets go because I think he realizes deep down it's not the right thing to do. And when I first watched it, I was kind of like, it's a bit weird, but you see these glimpses of who he truly is, and it's awesome that throughout the show, because of the positive influence of people like Iroh and the rest of the gang, he's able to, realize that part of his identity. It's awesome.
Yes, Zuko's arc is crazy.
Yeah,
good.
I love Zuko.
I mean, even early on, when they get to the water village. And he's like, "Oh yeah, we'll take Aang, and no one else has to get hurt." And then Aang surrenders, and they just leave like that. Yeah, that's also.
Yeah, I think any other fire commander would have killed everyone.
Zuko has character.
Yeah, and Zuko has honor.
But
he has honor.
But I don't think he's this. I think you cannot forget Iroh and the importance of Iroh in Zuko's journey.
No, yeah.
Like, definitely. Iroh as a stable father/mentor figure is like so important, and Iroh's like history and his own hardship and everything has, and the way and the advice he gives and the humor he brings, like I think Iroh's just as important to everything. Of course, yes, Zuko gets the spotlight on his journey, but
you're right.
I love Iroh so much, and everyone.
Basically, it's basically a father-son story between them, because Iroh lost his own son.
Yeah,
and he lost his father.
Zuko.
Well, he lost his own son to war, and he's just trying to show Zuko, like, war's pretty shit. Like,
don't worry.
Iroh's enlightened. Isn't it cool that Iroh can just access the spirit world? Oh, that's sort of a thing you see.
We keep spoiling Korra, man. Oh, that's more Korra.
Oh, dude, hold on.
It's fine.
Okay, we won't go there. But that scene from Korra was fucking sick.
No more Korra spoilers.
Zuko in it.
Oh, can we see these bending gifs? Look how cool earthbending is. Come on, earthbending's the best.
Oh, it's her.
Bro.
Kuvira.
Meta bending gets so OP.
Oh, it does.
That is so good.
Stop.
That's a spoiler.
Stop. Okay, that's crazy to be able to do that.
Yeah,
dude, Toph is actually so overpowered.
She's so goated.
Yeah.
Is that a gift? It's just.
Can you imagine being a child and just inventing metal bending? One sec, guys. Just gonna revolutionize the world.
This is sick.
Oh wow!
Damn,
that's awesome.
Damn, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Is he meant to be Tenzin? No, he has the. Oh, is he? Yeah, he is. He is.
Tenzin.
Yeah. That's funny.
The bar has been set very low for a live.
The animals, you know. Okay, one thing I love from Korra is her bear. What's the?
She's it's a bear fox? No, bear.
Okay, whatever that animal is, it's awesome. I'm gonna Google it quickly.
Is it a raccoon?
No.
It's a polar bear. Polar bear dog, no?
Oh, I have vague memories of seeing that.
Yeah, polar bear dog.
Naga. Yeah, the polar bear dog. Naga's awesome. I love Naga.
But the animals in Avatar are just great. they're not like super
Yeah, you're wrong.
complicated, and sometimes they're
No.
literally just like putting two animals together.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
works. It works.
No, Momo has strong, in some respects, reminds me a little bit of R2D2,
Mhm.
right? It's like a character you never verbally understand, but you still get. You know, they
Yeah.
have like a lot of sort of cheekiness to both of them and a lot of humor.
Mhm.
Appa, I like Appa.
Upper,
Right.
upper clutch.
Appa's just cute as hell. I mean, Appa's like you guys know what a Highland cow looks like from like the Scottish Highlands?
Yeah.
Appa basically is one of those.
Yeah.
You're just a vanished prince, no home, no allies. Your own father doesn't even want you. Damn. His
Damn.
real father wants him. That's what matters.
That's more important than anything.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, look, they're doing what we're doing.
no. They have a
Why do
plant.
they
They
have a
did.
plant? Reminds me of the Zach Galifianakis thing between two ferns. You guys ever seen that? No,
Sorry, I wasn't listening. What?
it's okay.
Between two
Don't worry.
phones. I haven't watched many of them.
Don't worry.
Wait, this is Dylan.
This is me 4 years ago.
I
Yeah.
still haven't recovered.
The only cure is to rewatch.
It doesn't.
Okay.
No, it doesn't work.
It doesn't fill the hole.
It doesn't feel that I've had so many shows where you finish and just like there's this massive hole in my heart.
You know what does fill the hole?
What?
Never mind.
Oh my god, Ben.
What?
No, don't worry about
No, you can't. You can't say that.
it. What do you
And not
think will
finish
be the
it.
biggest challenge about the Netflix adaptation?
What about the fact
Huh.
that there's no fucking filler? There's no side stories.
Yeah, you do get some filler episodes. I mean, you've got the one where they're in that valley.
Mm.
There's those
Oh, and they
two.
just make it across.
Yeah, with those big old
Yeah.
bugs and stuff. That's
But do
kind of
you
filler.
really
Yeah.
Then
think
there's
there should
what
be
about the beach
no?
episode?
Do you think there should be no side stories? Because I think there
Well-
should be at least one side story or one collection or a montage.
Look.
Because
Yeah.
you can't get
Okay, look. It goes side stories like that go a lot better with animation, in my opinion.
Yes, but you
Mm.
don't have
Goofiness.
to. You don't have to. This is what I'm saying about like every time where it's like when you want to remove something. I don't think you have to remove it every time. I think there.
I get that.
You
I get
just
that. But
you need to show somehow. Maybe you need to fill the void that it leaves. So the point of the
Mhm.
side stories and the point of the goofiness, right, is to show one that they're still young and kids and they're immature in this very, very, very rough world, and two, the bonding experiences they have to go through. You have to replicate that somehow, not just like, oh, okay, no, it's too jokey, it's too, go away.
Yeah.
yeah. No, I get you. I think they can get away with it personally.
You
Make it work.
can, but like, I think you only get away with it because of the rest of your show is like so different.
Mm.
History of
He makes really good videos, by the way.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, was Jet a terrorist or a freedom fighter? Oh no.
Oh, man. Zero
It's kind of
Oh dear.
output.
that's kind of a question though.
It depends on your perspective, right? If our nation would call him a terrorist.
I don't know. I think
Hmm.
like it's all stigma and like yeah, and just
Militant is probably a suitable word.
Mhm.
It's stigma with language and also vocabulary, like based on what we believe is right or wrong as well. So it's a bit
Well, from the perspective of like
yeah.
pacifist kids,
But
Yeah.
he's a
but the
murderer.
problem
but, like,
is terrorism has become a word that is synonymous with like evil or great destruction or lots of so it's also we're getting demonetized, but not that we're monetized, but seeing that we're doing it. So
Can you
it's
not say
just-
terrorism?
I don't think you can.
Really?
Yes, YouTube is
Okay.
fine.
Hey, what
Anyway,
was that that blurred photo there?
You wanna watch it?
What's this? No, well, I think it's just an image.
Yeah, I can click on it. Oh,
Oh, never mind.
it's just like
Too
live
long.
fiction. Let's not.
I was hoping it would just be like 2 screenshots from the show or something.
No, they wouldn't
Mm.
blur it.
Yeah.
Every post
Good
is
point.
annoying. Your post is also annoying.
Oh,
I feel
how
like 90% of the characters changes announced.
kind of what I was getting at, right? Kind of what I was getting at.
Mm.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we just have to wait and see because
Yeah,
it's
that's
Are
hard
the
we?
to
thing.
Are you guys
remove
watching it all
the
in one go?
changes.
8 episodes in one go? Or are you gonna like space
I
it
don't
out?
think they'll all release, will they?
It's Netflix.
Netflix.
Is that
They
how they
might
do
do
it?
half.
They might do have
Because
that.
like the Disney shows, like the
It's
Marvel
not
Disney shows,
Disney.
usually are.
It's not Disney.
Is that how Netflix normally do it?
Netflix.
They
I know
just
it's not
drop them
Disney.
Netflix
all in one
usually
typically.
drops.
Oh, I won't watch it
Mm.
all in one go probably, but I'll probably watch multiple episodes at a time.
Mm.
Everyone has an opinion.
Says the three of
Yes.
us doing a podcast where we
Yeah,
share
but
our
our opinion is right and theirs are mixed.
exactly. Obviously, they should listen to us.
Definitely. 8x16.
Damn. Okay.
Hmm.
So why'd you get rid of my filler?
Henry, you're such an anime fan. You want filler episodes?
I
Come on,
hate
man.
filler. I hate filler.
What?
I like the
What's your favorite book? What season is your favorite, guys? I've always been partial to season 2 myself.
2, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's my
Wait, no,
opinion. But
no.
I know a lot of
Yeah, because 2 is the one with Zuko arc, no?
no, it's more 3.
Is it
But
more
it's
3?
both.
I
It's
thought
both.
3 was like...
I mean, he's on his way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
And then
know.
season
I guess...
two.
Book two is the one where at the end of it, Aang gets lightninged in the back,
Yeah.
right? And then
Because
right as that happens, Zuko sides with Azula while they're in those underground caves. And then he goes with her to the Fire Nation, I think in book 3. And then basically it's like, wow, fuck this. And then seeks out the gang, I think in book 3. But that's an important part of Zuko in book 2.
Because he was like
He's still conflicted.
imprisoned in the rock bit. Yeah, he's still conflicted, and then he's trying to apologize to Katara, be like, yeah.
Remember,
bad.
there's the iconic scene where he goes to steal Appa, and then Iroh shows up, and he's like, "What is your plan?" You know, what does he say? Do you guys know the scene I'm talking about? He lectures him.
He's standing
he says, he's like, who do you want to be?
Yes. I remember the speech. I don't remember the scene.
Yeah, I think it's like, what are you trying to do, and who do you want to be? And then he goes and brews tea with Iroh for a bit. Do you guys remember he's so conflicted that he gets physically ill?
Yes.
Right?
I remember that because I saw TikTok. I sent the TikTok on this channel.
I remember that one. Well, I mean, that TikTok was saying that Iroh has already been through Zuko's arc. Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, okay, here's what I've thought for a long time. I think an Iroh prequel would be fire.
Ooh.
Fire.
I think they could have done a lot of animated shows that would have done very well over the course of the last 20 years.
Hold on.
But that they didn't do because they decided to make live action.
Let me pitch this show to you guys, okay? So Iroh prequel series.
Yes.
Right? It's gonna be not too long, like maybe 6 episodes, maybe 8 episodes.
Okay.
Oh, let's call it 6. And each episode, the series as a whole, primarily is going to be across 2 different time periods. Okay. The first time period is going to be Iroh during the war. So when he's trying to siege Ba Sing Se and all of that, and that's going to progress through the season. And in the last episode, you're not necessarily going to see his son die, but his son is going to die. It's going to be a turning point.
Doesn't his son die in Ba Sing Se?
Yeah, but you're going to see him, leading up to that. Maybe see a bit of his youth, or before that, where he's heir to the throne. Remember, right? And he gets basically moved off to the side because he fails in Ba Sing Se. I think he steps down or something. But he's actually heir to the throne.
Yeah, he stops the assault or something.
He stops the assault. So you'll see that part of his life because that's a very different Iroh that we've never seen. And in the last episode, his son dies. Simultaneously, you're going to see the post-death part of Iroh's life. It can be a long time in the future, and you're going to see Iroh go on a spiritual journey, change a lot as a person. And the end of that is going to be when Zuko comes into his life.
Mhm.
So the final episode, you're going to contrast the death of his son and then Zuko coming into his life as, someone who he can positively influence, someone who
Yeah.
can be an important person to him and fill a
Save
hole
them.
that he's missing in his heart. So
Yeah, and I think you
that
also
would be my
have to.
pitch.
No, but I also think you have to show the initial neglect of Zuko, though. I don't.
Like from Zuko's dad?
No.
Like
I think
from
from Iroh. I don't think Iroh would have. I think no. So Iroh would have maybe met him or seen him as a kid and not cared, or like not
yeah,
cared,
you
but
can do
like
that. You
not
can do that.
acknowledged or not thought about, or
Mhm.
maybe agreed with the father. Maybe the father says something like, "Oh, he's gonna be a great king" or whatever. After
Yeah,
I don't know.
sure.
You. I think then you also add in a little bit more to it. Yeah, but yeah, it seems like a cool
Yeah.
story.
But I think each episode you'd flip between both time periods and you would contrast
Okay.
the
Okay.
various things that happen. That's my pitch, and it's never going to
It'd be
happen.
interesting.
But I think it would be sick.
It would be cool.
Also, maybe you get to see who the mother of the child is, which is like never talked about.
Does that matter? Oh,
Not really, but it's
it could be
somewhat
a great
interesting.
love story. You could
That
retcon
needs to be a
it.
great love story, but
No,
they could make her an interesting character.
I like it.
Mm.
I like it.
Because surely that's someone who would be hugely influential on him,
Yes.
Yeah.
right? Who is she?
Definitely.
Anyway, this is the quote. It couldn't just be for kids.
Yeah.
I think they're just honestly. I think these showrunners they're just like trying to create controversy in media. That's what it sounds like right now. It's just like they know their show's like decent or really good, and they're like, now let's just get everyone talking about it more. I swear, that's just I'm
Good way
just
to
skeptical.
get attention.
Maybe. A shredded Iroh.
He became such a tank in prison. It's great. That's funny. Non-bender teams. My favorite form of bending is wind bend. Hey yo, what?
Wind. Aqua.
You can turn it into a Pokemon thing. What are all
That's
the damage
either
types in Pokemon? Isn't there like poison bending?
Poison.
Isn't there like a combat type or something in Pokemon?
Is this the best ship?
There's a fighting type.
Yeah, fight bending.
Is this the best ship? Is it?
Is it the best ship?
No, it's Soccer in the Moon.
That's rough, buddy.
I can't.
That's rough, buddy. Yeah.
Who says that to him? Who says that's rough, buddy?
Zuko.
Zuko.
Because Sokka's like, yeah, my first girlfriend turned into the moon. Which is funny because Zuko was there for that, sort of. He might have actually known about
You know
this,
what?
and then he just goes,
You know what? The most
"That's rough,
unrealistic
buddy."
part of this show, the fact that Sokka managed to get so many women, given his personality and his skill set.
Oh, his personality and skill set. Why does that? Why should that mean he gets fewer women?
I wouldn't know.
As far as
I wouldn't know.
the point. As far as I'm concerned, he is a highly charming and actually intelligent individual.
He's always got a plan.
And also, to be honest, the rest of them are a bit fucking weird. I mean, Katara's like really fucking uptight. Might crush you if she's angry. Aang is too busy
What does
being the
this have to do
Avatar.
with anything?
Well, Sokka's a normal guy. Zuko's like all fucking weird.
I see.
Sokka's a normal guy. He's the only one who's just a normal guy. And actually, the other one who's a normal person
You
is
know
Suki.
what? The other thing I didn't like so much, and not that I'm like a big fan of the whole like Aang Katara final romance anyway as well. But what was this whole like chemistry with like Katara and Zuko? Like, what was that? What were they doing there? There's something.
Yeah, what were they setting up?
That was setting up. That was something. That was something.
Caves, right?
What was gonna happen? Was there gonna be like a sequel series sitcom with Katara, Aang, and Zuko where there's a love triangle? That's what I wanted. That's the show I wanted. That's what I'd pitch to you.
That's a very different show to the Iroh show.
Yes, very different. But same studio.
Oh, hello.
That's cool.
This reminds me, Henry, of that Naruto game.
Yeah,
You know the one?
yeah, the good one.
Oh, Ninja Storm?
Yeah, yeah.
Naruto Ninja Storm, is that what it's called?
Huh?
Oh. Oh yeah, that's funny. Do you know what that's referencing?
Oh, I don't remember.
Basically, Zuko keeps going on field trips with everyone throughout the show. Like he goes with Katara
Oh
to
yeah, I
go,
remember that.
yeah. And Top's like, I want a field trip with Zuko. Yeah.
Maybe as an Easter egg.
Which is funny because remember not first time, but one of the times they meet, he accidentally burns her feet.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
okay, yeah.
she's really shaken for a while. But then by the end, she's like, I want a field trip with Zuko. Hey, what about that scene? When they find the library in the sand, and then Sokka drinks the cactus juice, then he sees the big the mushroom. How are they gonna film that?
I don't know, man. They might just not do it.
Look at this animation. Wow.
Pretty cool.
Damn. Sure,
Good
let's see that
work.
again. What do we got?
Hmm.
Oh, hell
Mm.
yeah. Okay. Oh, nice. Not earthbending, man. So cool. Not bad at all.
Mm.
Ooh, lightning.
Okay, that's cool. I like that shot.
He's up there.
I need
Yeah,
to see somewhere in there.
Feels kind of Naruto, doesn't
Huh?
it?
Oh, guys, tier list.
Oh,
Best
I
cartoons
haven't
of all
seen.
time.
Is
Number one.
Arcane a cartoon?
No. Yes. No.
A cartoon.
Yes.
I think no
Is
because
anime a
I
cartoon?
think we're gonna count it based on age requirements.
H. Okay.
As in, I'm pretty sure Arcane has something PG. No.
Attack on Titan is a kid show. All right, man.
No, but
Yeah,
we're not counting
definitely.
anime either. I think we just leave out
Yeah,
anime.
okay. Yeah, Arcane, it's probably not really a kid
No,
show.
because if you want to talk about Avatar as being the greatest cartoon of all time, you have to talk about Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah. So it's excluding anime. I don't know if I've seen enough.
And a bunch of
Like
others.
actual kids shows, and honestly, a lot of the other
You
stuff
haven't
I'd
seen
watched when I was
Adventure Time?
young.
You haven't seen Gravity Falls? You haven't
No,
seen
but
Batman?
not.
You haven't seen Samurai
I don't,
Jack?
I'm not familiar enough with any of them to discuss it in
Really?
this.
I do like
Wow.
Gravity Falls.
Yeah, I caught bits and pieces of them.
Were you a Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network list
More Cartoon
household?
Network. No, I watched a lot of Cartoon Network. Hey, you know it's an
Mm.
underrated show? Gumball. I used to watch a
Yeah.
few episodes of Gumball where I was like,
Amazing
this
World of
is
Gumball.
so funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the
really
Amazing World
Regular
of Gumball.
show. Regular show is good.
regular is
I didn't
good.
really
I
watch
like.
it that much.
SpongeBob, it has moments.
Hey,
Mm.
people
It's a
love
little bit
Futurama.
dated. I haven't seen Futurama
Mm.
actually.
Yeah, people love Futurama.
Rick and
What about Family
Morty.
Guy?
Rick
You
and
guys ever watch
Morty.
Family Guy?
Rick and Morty. Family Guy.
Family Guy.
Simpsons.
I haven't really watched Family
American
Guy.
Dad.
Oh, there's
I
some
haven't.
hilarious stuff in
What's his
Family
name?
Guy.
Bob's Burgers.
The most
Oh yeah.
bombastic
South
things you've
Park.
ever heard. South Park as well.
There's so many. I like
It's
them
kind of
all.
funny that I think Family Guy still gets made, right? In this day and age. It's kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Seth MacFarlane just in the studio for 8 hours a day recording everyone's lines.
He's crazy. He's really talented.
Hey, Peter.
Uh, Peter.
Boy.
Giggity.
If you look for the light, you will often find it. But if you look for the dark, that is all you'll see. That's all
Love
you will
Iroh,
ever
man.
see.
Love her.
Yeah. So here.
Oh, okay. Can I say one of my favorite scenes in the whole series? Mild spoiler-ish for Dylan. I'm gonna talk about Korra.
Yeah.
Scene where Zahir and Red Lotus fight Tenzin. He holds the fort for like however long so everyone else can escape. Oh my gosh.
Bro,
Out.
I will say, I think Korra fights are like extraordinary. Like most of them.
Korra season 3. Really, really
The
good.
fights are great. It's just everything
Yeah.
else.
No.
And just
It's everything
that
else.
elevates Tenzin from like, sort of nerdy, annoying in some
Yeah.
respect,
To
like
being
mad
no,
respect.
because he is the best airbender alive, right? Like
Mm.
by technicality and by like by merit
and reality.
and reality, yeah.
Yeah.
It,
And I'm just like, this
until
guy's so
his
tough, and like he just will stand for what he believes in, and
until
it's
his
inspiring.
daughter becomes the
Oh
best
yeah.
airbender eventually. Anyway,
Hey.
not spoiler yet, right?
Well,
I don't know.
Wait, what?
probably Zuko.
Yes, we need more
Korra.
pro Korra YouTube.
Kind of right though. There's some good stuff that you shouldn't forget about.
And
All
nothing.
right, folks.
Good.
I think
Okay.
I got to go pretty soon
Okay,
here.
so thank you for watching the Hear Me Out podcast. We hope you enjoyed our takes and opinions, and leave a like, comment,
Thank you for
subscribe.
sticking around with our incessant silliness.
Yes, it is
Mm.
late for Ben.
Very late.
No, it's not.
Dylan, say the line.
Thanks for hearing us out.